Happy Wednesday, art class! Today, we'll be drawing Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. So as always, you're going to need a pencil, paper, and black line marker. And then today for colors, we'll be using black, tan, orange, and blue. Alright guys, let's get ready to go Super Saiyan. Here we go.
Good morning and happy Wednesday. Today we're drawing Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. Vegeta's going to be in the middle of our paper and we're going to be focusing on his head and upper body, starting with his head and working our way down. Today we're going to start with a circle towards the upper portion of our paper in the middle, and this is going to represent almost just Vegeta's forehead. We're going to build off of this today with, funny enough, a lot of V shapes, just like the V that starts his name. So once we make our circle, our next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring down a slight angle from each side. I always tell you guys when we're kind of creating human faces that this is the side of our face, and it is going to be kind of the side of our face. And from there, after we bring down those two sides, we're going to make our first V. So we're going to bring down two curved lines, creating a V shape under our two angles there, and that gives us our chin. And I'm just trying to make sure I have it about as even as possible, in a way that I like it. After that, we're going to make the next V shape. Right here under our circle, we're going to create two angled lines, once again like a V, but these are actually going to end up being the upper eyelid and eyebrows of Vegeta. So notice I'm making them thicker because they're going to be eyebrows, and I'm actually going to angle a little bit at the end of them and make that side a little bit bigger. It points into the middle. From these eyebrows, I'm going to angle some lines down, and then I'm going to come into the middle point there, and that's going to give us our eyes. I'm going to create a little black dot touching the top of our eyebrows for pupils. Now after this, we're going to make our nose and mouth, which are going to be very close together. Right in the middle of our eyes, we're going to make a line down, and then we're going to make a slight line across to give an idea of our nose, and right under it, almost touching, we're going to make our mouth. It's going to be a frowny mouth. Okay. We're going to give some more details to the face and give it a little bit more of a dynamic look by adding a couple lines under each eye and a frown kind of line in the middle here by making three little short lines right in between those eyelids. Now, our next step is going to be creating another V shape. Right above our frowny lines here, I'm just going to make a V up here on this forehead. This is going to be our first shape that creates our hair. Once we have this nice big V shape, we're going to curve outward and then back down, kind of following the side of our head back down to our side of our eyes. When we get to the side of our eyes, we're going to build some ears out. So just a slight angle out and up. And we're going to curve out, down, and then back to the sides of the face. That's going to give us our ears. Now, we're going to make our hair. Like I said, this V here, there's going to be some overlapped area that gives us the front of our hair, but now we're going to make our sides up and around. We're going to do this by coming out from under the ear first on both sides, past our ear. And we're going to make a triangle, or a pointy shape, slightly facing upward. And we're going to come up a little bit on both sides. And we're going to make another triangle shape. And you guys got it, pointing upwards. Now they don't have to be perfect next to each other, but we're just going to kind of keep making these triangle shapes, and kind of want to have one nice big one at the top and some smaller ones next to it. But just make our way around until we have all of them, or the full head done. The biggest thing though is that the ones on top point straight up, the ones by the ears point outward. Outside of that, you guys can be creative and make it however you'd like. Now this hair will be colored in black, but if you were to make like a Super Saiyan version, of course you can make it bigger, add more detail, and make it gold or yellow. Now we have our hair. We're going to come down basically from right about the side of the face. We're going to make a line straight down, and that's going to be our neck. We're going to be focused on Vegeta's upper body today, and he's going to have some crossed arms. So I'm going to teach you guys a little trick to make cross arms. First, we're going to need to make some shoulders. So we're going to come out slightly angled down each side, and you should come out farther than the outside of your hair there. Give them some nice shoulders. The end, we're going to round our shoulders. So you're going to put a nice little curve on the end of them there. And then we're going to come down on both sides. Kind of straight, but maybe a little bit of an angle in, but pretty much straight down. Now where we stop is where you're going to think about your elbow being. Okay, this is just our shoulder, upper arm. And then our arm is going to bend in. We're going to start with our left arm. And like I said, this is kind of where our elbow is. So we're going to turn the arm in and kind of angle up. So you're not going to go straight across to this other elbow. You're going to angle up a little bit. Okay. And then what we've done with this line, we're going to just parallel it a little bit above. And we're going to add our bicep, top arm right here. Now, we're going to stop here because this is about as much of this arm as we're going to be able to draw. On our other side, we're going to come down like we were making that bicep that we just made a second ago. And then we're going to think about this being the elbow again, and then this arm is coming across, and you can see that it will go under that other arm. So now this arm, reason we can't see this hand is because it's under this arm, and we can't see this hand because it's under that arm. It's all starting to make sense a little bit, right? Up here though, we're going to make a few fingers. We're going to make 4 of them, just some ovals. And we're going to kind of have a curve to them, like they're sitting on top of that bicep. Pretty cool, right? Now, Vegeta has this cool body armor on. In order to create that, think of where your hand is, right? A little bit above it, we're going to go across from one arm to the other. This is kind of the chest plate. And we want it to be straight across, but it'll dent down a little bit in the middle. And then this chest plate has 2 shoulder straps that come up from it, nice and thick. And they're going to go above those shoulders. It won't just sit on top, it go above it. And we're going to put some lines for details going across them. Now we've got this cool upper body. Last details that we're going to add here on the body armor. We're going to make a line, kind of traces that top line there. and it's gonna break up with 2 lines here in the middle. And then Vegeta's wearing gloves. So up here on our forearm, we're gonna come down a little bit and put a little point on it. Give this glove a little detail. And then we're gonna give the same on the glove that's below. Come down a little bit extra, put a little point on it to give it a little detail. Pretty cool, right? Now, last but not least, and this is up to you guys how much you want to add, I'm gonna put some muscle lines in. So across here by his chest, just gonna put a line across and a line down to his chest. Another V shape in his neck for neck muscles, and then just a few lines on his arms. Alright guys, Vegeta is looking ready to ink and color. Here we go. Alright guys, we're all done. I know you guys are going to make an awesome background, maybe some Super Saiyan effects, but for me, I'm going to go ahead and sign it. Good job on all your hard work today, everybody.
Alright guys, we're all done drawing Vegeta today. I hope you had a great time, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow for more art class. Until then, be kind and creative, and have an amazing day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.